Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make this planter box centerpiece out of wood. I am the Crafty blog Stalker, and this is such a fun tutorial. You can even see I put some door knobs here on each end of the box just to add more to it and to give it more character. So let's get started. So here are my pieces for my planter box. I actually used a miter saw for the very first time, all by myself. I'm very proud of myself to cut these pieces. I cut 3 pieces that were 18 inches long, and those are going to be the sides and the bottom of my box. And then I cut 2 end pieces that are 6 inches wide, and those will be the ends to the box. Now, the first thing that you'll want to do is to take your sander and sand down the sides and the edges. I really like the rough look of this wood, but I also don't want to be getting any splinters or anything like that while I'm handling the wood. So I'm just going to take the sander and go over the edges and make sure that there's nothing really pokey on them. The next step is to stain your wood. Now, I'm going to use some rubber gloves because I don't want to stain my fingers. I only want to stain the wood. And then I'm going to use this foam brush, and I'm going to brush the stain on in the direction of the grain of the wood. And then once I've got the whole piece painted, then I'll go back with a rag and wipe off all of the excess. So here are my pieces once they have dried for a little while, and I really just love how this stain looks on these wood pieces. It brings out the knots, all the little imperfections, and they just look awesome. So now comes the part where we are going to assemble the box, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing. Isn't that comforting? I'm putting it together how I think the best way to put it together is, but I am not a carpenter, so quite honestly, this is my best guess. So there's probably easier ways to do it. I just don't know what those easier ways are. So this is how I am going to assemble my box, right or wrong. So I'm gonna start with my 3 18-inch pieces. Now with my box, one of these is going to be the base, and then each of these are going to be the side pieces like that, and then those other shorter pieces will go right here on the ends. So that will be my box. So this is really the hardest part in my eyes, is getting these 2 sides up. So that is what we are going to start with. I am going to use these 1-inch nails as well as some wood glue to hold it in place. Now, the last person who used this glue didn't put it away right, so now all the glue is gunked up in the lid and it won't work. I bet you never have that problem. So instead what I'm gonna do is just have a paper plate, put a big old glob of that on there, and I'm just going to use a foam brush and put that right where I need it. And just put it right here along the edge. Now you want enough glue so the pieces will stick together, but you don't want so much glue that there's glue oozing out everywhere. So you really do need to find kind of that happy medium of the right amount of glue. And you also want to be careful that you don't actually glue your pieces to the counter. Now this is paper. I put paper over my countertop to save my countertop from all of these splatters, but I still want to be careful not to glue it down. So I'm gonna just slide those together, and that is my first side. And now for this side, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue right here along the bottom, and then I'll push that against. Okay, so I've let the glue dry for probably about 15-20 minutes. I know the glue isn't completely set, so I still need to be careful. But I'm gonna come in, I've got these 1-inch nails that I found in our garage. There's kind of a mixture of them, but I'm okay with that. I kind of like that it will look a little bit mismatched is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna use these nails. I'm gonna grab my hammer and I'm gonna carefully turn this on its side. Let's see, I already pre-marked one of my sides for where I want my nail holes to be. Okay, so there is the first nail. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get these others right here. Okay, so now there's that side. So now I'm gonna flip it over and get the nails on the other side. So there is my box base. So now I can put on my end pieces. And this time I'm not going to use glue. I really only used glue the last time just so it would hold its place while I hammered. So now I'm going to put these in place. Now I'm not completely finished yet. I purchased these knobs and I want to add these knobs onto the end of my box. So let me show you how I'm gonna do that. To put my knob on, the first thing I need to do is find center. So I'm gonna grab my ruler and a pencil and put the ruler from corner to corner and draw a little X right there in the center. And that is going to help me find that exact center point of my ends. And I can see that that is my center point right there. So now I'm gonna take my drill, and I have this drill bit in here already, and I'm just going to drill a hole right there in that center. Okay, so there is my hole. So now I'm going to take my knob right there. I've already taken out my screw, and I can just put that right in that hole and then twist on my knob until it is tight. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same to the other side. And look at these cute little knobs. Oh my gosh, I am totally in love with this box that I'm gonna put on my table and fill with lots of fun things. I hope this tutorial inspires you to create your own planter box centerpiece. If you'd like more written out instruction, please visit my blog at thecraftyblogStalker.com and take a look around at all of the other tutorials that I offer. But while you're here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I release a new tutorial about once a week, so if you subscribe, you won't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So thanks so much for joining me today. Bye everyone.